Ethiopian Airlines crash. The FAA said fresh evidence as well as newly refined satellite data. Boeing has grounded its entire global fleet of 737 MAX aircraft after investigators uncovered new evidence at the scene of the fatal Ethiopian Airlines crash. The U.S. plane maker said it would suspend all 371 of the aircraft. The Federal Aviation Administration said fresh evidence as well as newly refined satellite data prompted the decision to temporarily ban the jets. The FAA had previously held out while many countries banned the aircraft. All 157 passengers and crew died in Sunday's crash. Ethiopian Airlines said on Thursday that the black box flight recorders from the aircraft have been flown to Paris for analysis. An Ethiopian delegation led by Accident Investigation Bureau has flown the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder to Paris, France for investigation, the airline wrote on Twitter. The FAA has a team investigating the disaster at the Ethiopian Airlines crash site working with the National Transportation Safety Board. Dan Owell, acting administrator at the FAA, said on Wednesday, "It became clear to all parties that the track of the Ethiopian Airlines flight was very close and behaved very similarly to the Lion Air flight." President Donald Trump initially announced that the FAA would be making an emergency order following new information and physical evidence that we've received from the site and from other locations and through a couple of other complaints. The US and Brazil became the latest countries to suspend the Boeing 737 MAX from flying after nations including the UK, China, India and Australia all grounded the aircraft. Until Wednesday, the FAA position was that a review had showed no systemic performance issues and that there was no basis for grounding the aircraft. Earlier in the day, Canada grounded the planes after its Transport Minister Marc Garneau said he had received new evidence about the crash. He said that satellite data showed possible similarities between flight patterns of Boeing 737 MAX planes operating in Canada and the Ethiopian Airlines plane that crashed. Boeing, the U.S. plane manufacturer, said that it continues to have full confidence in the safety of the 737 MAX. However, it added that after consultation with the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board it had decided to ground the flights out of an abundance of caution and in order to reassure the flying public of the aircraft's safety. Dennis Muhlenberg, President, Chief Executive and Chairman of Boeing, said, "We are doing everything we can to understand the cause of the accidents in partnership with the investigators, deploy safety enhancements and help ensure this does not happen again." Documents reveal that pilots flying last September reported engaging autopilot only for the aircraft's nose to pitch lower, prompting the warning system to exclaim, "Don't sink! Don't sink!" Two U.S. pilots reported separate incidents involving the 737 MAX's automatic anti-stalling system in November. The feature, which was new to the 737 MAX family, is designed to keep the plane from stalling. The system prevents the aircraft from pointing upwards at too high an angle, where it could lose its lift. However, according to filings with the U.S. Aviation Safety Reporting System, which pilots use to disclose information anonymously, it appeared to force the nose down. In both cases, pilots were forced to intervene to stop the plane from descending. After the Lion Air crash, Boeing issued a bulletin on what to do regarding erroneous readings from the sensor, which sends out information about what angle a plane is flying at.